Hello, I'm Zsuzsanna Siklósi, an archaeologist and assistant professor at the Department of Prehistoric and Near Eastern Archaeology, Institute of Archeological Sciences. And now I am the head of the MTA-ELTE Lendület Momentum Innovation Research Group. For more than 10 years, I have been focusing on the research of early and middle Copper Age of the Carpathian Basin, dating between 4500 and 3650 BC. Our current multidisciplinary research aims to explore the wide range of social relations, supported or hinder the spread of technological innovations. At the end of the 20th century, archaeological research interpreted the prehistory in terms of large, monolithic, chronological and spatial units. Within this analytical framework, we seem to have a good understanding in chronological and cultural scheme of the period. But by 2010, thanks to a new series of AMS radiocarbon measurements, it became clear that cultural phenomena on the Great Hungarian Plain could have existed contemporary that we believed were sequential. With Professor Pál, we carried out a small dating project which proved that Middle Copper Age finds should have been dated earlier. In contrast, the dating of the early Copper Age finds remained unchanged. This had many profound implications. We had to rethink how to explain this phenomenon from a social archaeological point of view. What does it mean, for example, that several ceramic styles used at the same time? Or what does it mean that certain individuals have access to copper objects, gold ornaments, or stone tools made from exotic raw materials, but others do not? This also meant a shift in approach and a new methodology. The previous top-down thinking in terms of homogeneous cultural units obscured local diversity. In the framework of my postdoctoral project with my colleague Márton Szilágyi, we reversed the point of view. We examined how stylistic and cultural diversity appears at the local, micro-regional and regional level, building from the bottom up, at the level of the individual and individual sites. We could model the spatial and temporal dynamics of the appearance of a new ceramic style within the Great Hungarian Plain using the Bayesian modeling of AMS radiocarbon data. As a next step, I focused on the spread of the products and technology of copper metallurgy. Since the beginning of the Copper Age, we saw that high-quality, carefully crafted objects with a high demand for raw materials appeared in large numbers, even in areas where this raw material does not occur in nature. However, we didn't know anything about where the raw material of these objects came from, who and where could have made them. How could some members of the communities living on the Great Hungarian Plain access these objects, whether they could make them themselves? Now, towards the end of this research project, we see that the copper metallurgy on the Great Hungarian Plain is only known from the Middle Copper Age. The spectacular metal wealth of the early Copper Age is due to the social interactions maintained with the Balkans in the case of the Great Hungarian Plain, and in the case of Transdanubia with the Northwestern Carpathians. These items were prestige goods. The most spectacular example of this is the copper hoard found in Magyaregres. This unique copper hoard was found in a Copper Age settlement in a clay pot turned upside down. With the interdisciplinary research of the copper artifacts preserved in surprisingly good condition, we could reconstruct the process of manufacturing the objects and the provenance of the raw material. I began to investigate how the technology of metallurgy spread in Europe from the Balkans through the Carpathian Basin. I am interested in how we can distinguish the movement of finished goods from the transfer of technological knowledge, how the two are connected, and what factors influence the spread of innovation. Thinking about this problem further, the idea of the new Lendület Momentum Innovation Research Group was born. The Copper Age was a period of innovation when innovations fundamentally shaped humanity's subsequent development appeared. In addition to the spread of metallurgy in Europe, the wheel and wagon's invention and innovation is similar. So, expanding the research focus, my new research group focusing not only on the research of metallurgy, but on the other elements of the material culture, pottery and stone tools. By examining these, we try to reveal the interpersonal relations, the directions and methods of of knowledge transfer, information flow, teaching and learning. What did the Copper Age communities living on the Great Hungarian Plain and Transdanubia give in exchange for these valuable objects? Since these areas are primarily suitable for agriculture, it is a possibility that they exchanged animal products. Finally, the essential question behind all this is what kind of social relations held these individuals and communities together. Such can be, for example, kinship, feasting, and shared rituals.